What are you guys doing today? Anyone not going? Walkthrough?
We're going to do similar to what we did last week. It will be more of a walkthrough, but Pinnock will not do the walkthrough, and John Michael won't do the walkthrough.
With Pinnock, is it a foot based off the game? What happened, and how long are you expecting him out?
It's more of his toe than it's his foot, so we'll see how it goes this week.
What's John Michael's damage?
Lower leg, ankle. I got leg whipped a little bit in the game, so see where he's at sore today.
You plan to continue with Tyrod as your quarterback, I assume?
Mm-hmm. Do you approach this game any differently, being at the finale, maybe giving younger guys more of a look or anything like that?
What do you mean differently?
Like you play Trey Hawkins, or do you play guys who haven't got a lot of playing time lately, young players, to get a look at them?
Yeah, now we'll try to do what we can do to win.
How much do you put into the fact about you could be a spoiler, right? This is a division. The Eagles come in the division possibly with a win. Does it mean anything to you?
No, I just try to do the best we can to prepare and play as good as we can to try to win a game. Try to be consistent with it.
Do you call upon professionalism or pride or anything different when you go into a last game of the year?
No, because that's what those guys are. They're pros, and we gotta, try to have a good week and do as good as we can to go out there and play well.
Brian, what lessons do you want Tommy DeVito to take away from this whole season experience?
Yeah, I'd say that's for down the road. We're just focusing here on what we need to do this week.
There's one of the goals this year, obviously, was to do better in the division, which
Sure.
Didn't happen. So would beating the Eagles, you think, pump up a lot of people in this building? You, the players, everybody, going out to the next season.
Yeah, anytime you win, it's a good thing. So, I have a chance to go 3-3 in the division. It's different than 1-4-1, but really we're focused on trying to get a win.
I was actually, I should have said more about the Eagles and the Cowboys as opposed to the division.
We're just focused on the Eagles.
Does Matt Pert step into the right tackle?
Yeah, he'll play right tackle.
You guys did this, I think, in the playoffs last year too. Like, you give Dennis Houston an elevation. Just what's the thinking behind that?
Well, he's done a great job for us all year, so brought him up because he earned that opportunity. He's been really a tough, competitive guy throughout practice. He gives a great look for the look teams, improved. Not necessarily, obviously, playing, but I thought that was a good thing to do for him.
Do you feel any pressure to get a win in this game?
We try to win every week. That's what we try to do.
It doesn't feel any different to you?
No, each week in this league, you try to do everything you can to get a win. So that's what we'll try to do.
Do you appreciate what your guys have done over the last few weeks, despite the fact you've been out of the playoffs?
Sure. Yeah, I think they compete. They've had good competitive stamina. They've just went down to the wire in a few of these games. Obviously, haven't gotten the results we want, but appreciate how they're working in the building. They're pros. They're doing everything they can do to try to be as good as they can be.
What do you mean when you say competitive stamina?
Compete regardless of the score, the situation, your record. Compete down in, down out, day in, day out.
You talk about evaluating your players, constantly. How do you evaluate your coaches? Like, how does that process work?
That's something, again, that's down the road here. So we're just focused on doing what we need to do this week.
But how does the process itself work? Not necessarily what you think of them, but just actual processes.
Yeah, I'd say I'm not focused on that right now. I'm focused on trying to do good this week.
I'll give a detailed answer on that next week.
Focused on today.
Nick has said, he mentioned that maybe he won't play everybody. They might get a bye next week, or they might have to play next week. Do you expect to see all their frontline guys?
I'd say you'd have to ask Nick.
He told me to ask you. Yep, you almost said something there.
You brought Beavers up the other day. What's his year been like?
Sure.
Sort of a journey coming back from the injury,
Yeah.
and then on practice squad.
Yeah, he's done a nice job. That's why we gave him that opportunity. We thought he could help us on special teams and the kicking game. Did some good things. We'll see how it goes this week.
Are you optimistic for Deontay this week?
We'll see. Yeah, I'm hopeful, but go all the way down to the wire probably.
This could be Shep's last game. Do you give him a little extra run if, get him out there?
Yeah, I've got a tremendous amount of respect for Shep, and if we, have things in for Shep, he'll be ready to go.